Ooh. Let's do this. Move it in. Let's do this close up. Close up. This is not smart. Fine. What's up, buddy? The hoodie, it is. I'm cold. I'm just cold. I don't know why. I'm just cold. Cold. What are you up to? How was your weekend? Huh? Cool that off some. It's neat. This is cool, man. ready. I should be able to finish this painting this week. I should. I need to. And it's not a painting I can push all the way to, like to the normal level that I would push something, but it's still going to be up there. So it's going to be good. What's up, Hammy? How you doing? You doing good? Hmm? I try to keep this clean. Last week I was having problems with like too much oil on the top just seeping down, and it was all over my hand. It was freaking horrible. Actually, a little bit of white. All right, there we go. Yeah, I was a little chilly. I'll probably take this off in a little bit. What, for me? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, there's stuff going on outside, but I'm not gonna bother you guys with it, which it's all good. It's just stuff. I got backed up yesterday. I wanted to stream yesterday, and I got pulled out of the studio. I didn't get any work done. And that happens sometimes. It's just how it is. And small chance, I cut the stream short. I might have to go, but I don't know yet. I don't think I should have to go. What's up, Tagging? What's up, buddy? Tagging, I like those the books that you're posting. That's good. I started a section. Yeah, the columns. My head wasn't in it the last time, so I'm going to try to do a better job today. Last time, meaning Friday, I was, hit the wall, as they say. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. So here's the thing. There's this one brush that I want to paint the columns with, but I only literally have one of its kind. And so I need to get more of this particular brush. And I think it was one of those brushes that was in a pack, right? Or not a pack. It came as a complimentary brush when I bought from Rosemary and Company. Very good brush shop. And so it's not one I normally bought. This particular brush is a Filbert Winsor & Newton England Artisan version 4, number 4, as all brushes are number 4 for some reason. I don't know why. All of them are. It doesn't matter what size they are. It's going to be number 4. Number 4. This is a number 4. This is small, tiny. Okay? All right? Dust storm, which caused 100-plus vehicle pileup, semi carrying a full load of lithium batteries. Oh, gosh. I hate to ask, was everybody okay? It would be a miracle if they were. Did the driver die in that explosion? I mean, because that's bad, especially if he's like... Oh, my gosh. Hey, where is this? Dude, that is so bad. Illinois. You live... So, jeez, I mean... Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad. Okay. Let's do this something else. Tell you what I'm going to do. Give me a second here. This is going to speed things up a little bit for me, at least. We're just going to move this setup right here so I don't always need to do this. I'm going to try to put it right here, which is going to be a little tricky, but shouldn't slow us down really. Why is there oil here? Dude, I cannot escape the oil. It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. This doesn't even make any sense. You know what? I bet it does. Probably, I bet you what happened is my palette, normally my palette's very clean, but I bet you last week, because it was out of freaking control, I bet it oiled all over this thing because, you know, I hold my palette with my left hand. This is on the left side of me, and it just oiled it up. Give me a sec. I mean, that is so freaking bad. I hate that. All right. It was awful. I'm actually depressed from that. I'm vexed. I'm extremely vexed. There we go. This should speed it up. I was doing this last week. Iffy, but I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing at all times. I never fail in my endeavors, ever. Papa Vape, what's up, buddy? It's bad. They called in over a dozen helicopters and at least that many ambulances. They had them coming from St. Louis as well. My brother-in-law is a paramedic and was there. He said it was really bad. Didn't mean to. No, it's all good. I had to text my father and Pat after it happened since they were both drive through there for work daily, but both just missed it. Worked on another hand last night. I think I will start feet next. Maybe do a figure in between. Yeah, and so figure work is like the best stuff you can do. It's good to do hand studies and all that, but I mean the figure work is. Now this is problematic because this is now in my way. Damn it. Okay, that should be fine. Screw it, I'm just gonna paint. I'll just be at a weird angle for now. Sorry, we're just gonna get this thing done. So this is like a little bit of a, obviously a detailed area. I want to do a decent job with the columns, which I will do very easily because I'm an expert, genius mastermind, genius. Oh, bitch. Idea forming, brain functioning at max level. All right, bitch. Bring this. Look this way. Mother. Please don't fall. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to figure out how to... This is going to take some craftiness on my part. Okay, camera. This camera is indeed at a perfect angle. Just kidding. I am fixing it. This way, bitch. Now I just lean this in. Move this down like this. Literally the most getter setup. This thing is indeed going to... Damn it. You know, you would think I would have done this before. I'm just like, no, I just want to get started painting. Painting's so much fun, OMG. That's what I was thinking. Come on, bitch. Wait, I can move this even more. Damn it. What if I just left the setup like this? And we're just like, you know what? Screw it. I don't even care anymore. Annie, what's up, buddy? How's it going? You doing good? What's up, Annie? All right, the setup's perfect. This is the new. Wait, let me fix my setup. So we have to be professional here. Give me a sec. Got it. Let's paint, and then I'll just paint like this. That'll be it. Give me a sec. Bitch. That wasn't disgusting, was it? The typical stream. Me doing technical work on the stream that I should have done before while listening to Warcraft music. I got my act together here. Boom! Come on. Boom! Shakalaka. There we go. We got it. We're good. We're back. And that is how you fix what you should have done before you started the stream, bitches. All right. Got my setup now is in the wrong place. Give me a second. Just move this out just a little bit. Lean it forward. It's not going to fall, especially if I do this. Tap that. All right. What's up, Crockett? How's it going? I'm sorry to miss last night. I know, all you can see is the hood. How am I doing? I am doing freaking awesome, man. I am doing good. You played Boomy last night? Did you really? It's probably one of the first times you haven't healed. That's awesome. Good. You look in stuff. I'm ready. I am freaking ready. I'm prepared. Sith Lord, exactly. See? Sith Lord. Croquette, at some point, we're going to be the Stormpike Empire, okay? That is what we are going to do. I'm literally just cold right now. Normally my body heats up with the force of 1,000 suns. I would say a couple minutes after waking up. That did not happen this morning. That did not happen. Had too many healers typically, but not last night, so I switched to okay, wait. Yeah, we've had too many healers. You didn't have too many last night, but you switched back to heals after team. Got it. It's freezing out here too. Yeah, it's just chilly, man. I don't know. This, I need to see what I'm doing here. My hand might be in the way a little bit. See? Great setup. Even after I fix it. What are you going to do? What are you going... Damn it. That's not it. That is... Wait, what about Discord? Don't distract him to Discord. Kima, what did you say? You just posted really cool hand drawings. I'll check them out. I will check them out. Yeah, I'll check it out. I was actually looking at the work right before I got on. Damn. Move that over some, but here, I'll try to not be in the way. I know I'm in the way. Here, take my hood off. Take my hood off. There we go. Ah. Ooh. Yeah, Coquette, I really wanted to be there last night. Couldn't make it. Could not make it. That's all right. You had 10? That's awesome. That's really good. I bet they're all spies for the evil, our nemesis. I like that thing that you posted in Discord. That was pretty funny. I like, obviously it's a joke, but hopefully it kind of diffuses some of the nerd tension that we have. But I like, I think Keek was talking about Cinco at the time or something. It seems cool. Seems cool. Coquette, I'm silenced in Warcraft, by the way. I got silenced yesterday. It is, yeah, nice. It's fun just messing with them, isn't it? Ebooks are an excellent addition, I agree, and you can thank Tagging for that one because he posted some solid ones, and I said, we need to we need to make, like, I could have put it in the resource section, but I think having its own section of ebooks, because there's some solid ones. That way it's a little bit more organized, and maybe we turn the resources to videos or something. I don't know, something like that. I'll tell you how it's actually it's really funny. I know. I do need to be careful at this point, probably. Hey, I'll say this. It's really not that bad. It really was not that bad. Compared to what people do on there. Can't stand them because the files are too heavy. But you could, if you have the links on where to find them, you can just link, you could link the website tagging. You don't need to link your actual files. Yeah, he's good with those things too, but anyway, that's what you should do, is link the actual, not the files, but... So, Coquette, what happened was Zerx and I were really bored. I think it wasn't even a week ago. Like maybe a Wednesday or Thursday or something. I don't know. We were bored. We were in a battleground and we were guarding a flag, and it was in Deepwind Gorge. Nobody was coming. So he and I had the brilliant idea of macroing yells into our spells, and we were on the Frost Mage. Use Google Advanced Search that helps finding PDFs of ebooks. Use the Google machine, tag in. So anyway, we macroed spells, the yells into the spells. So every time, for example, Zerx did gimme for spell steal. So you take somebody's spell, he says gimme. I did give it to me, bitch. Okay, so you imagine how that went down. Frozen Orb, I put out, that is my testicle. Okay? So whenever I orbed, that's what would come out. This is your fault, actually, because I was telling him, I said Coquette had a brilliant idea, and we started with the wall, and we said building a wall and the Horde are going to pay for it every time we ice walled. And so we started with that, and then from there it just went downhill. So this is actually your fault. And I'm not kidding, that's how it started. And so then, another one was, the blast wave that knocks people off me. Zerx put spread your wings and fly, and I put stop riding my dick. Okay? And then what else? There were several more, but another one, suck on it, but I don't remember what that was for, but I had one that was suck on it. I think that was a kick. Whenever I would interrupt, counterspell, I think that's what it was suck on it. Anyway, I did indeed get silenced for a week. And then, but they called me out for mature language. Now, if they called me out for spam, I would agree with this. Okay? Counterspell, yes, counterspell, the interrupt, right? My interrupt on the mage. Yeah, it was really funny because in chat, I should actually post a picture that Zerx and I, when we're fighting with each other, I know what spell he's casting based off of what he's saying. We always thought we were going to be written up for spam, because that is definitely spamming, okay? Okay, so I was like, spam's fine. When they got me for mature language, what was it? They said abusive chat, meaning curse words and stuff. Let me just take 1 second and read you, let me read you this response. Lewis, there are not wrong. You are very mature for that game. Annie. They use the silence spell, but it is overpowered. So anyway, I wrote them a letter just because I am sick of people being such pussies, frankly. But this was the letter that I wrote them. I'll read it very quickly, okay? I'll read it quickly. So I wrote them. Okay, here it is. So I have this documented. I wrote them, you have an in-game language filter that is enabled by default that each player needs to actively choose to disable before they can even read the chat. My words were not meant for any specific individual, for it was done in jest. Ergo, I am being silenced because someone actively chose to disable their mature language filter that prevents them from seeing my chat and then proceeded to be offended when he or she saw that chat due to their own actions, and you respond to their misguided and overly sensitive report by silencing me for a week. Every time I play, there are people severely insulting individuals in very direct and highly offensive ways regularly, and nothing is done to them. As a longtime Blizzard shareholder, I am very careful with my investments. This is not true. But it is this type of mismanagement that makes me question the competency of those working at your headquarters, namely you. I could get banned again. But I thought that was, I don't care. And so then I got a response back and saying, your account has been reported by several players for chats and actions not in line with the spirit of the game and our terms of service, and the silence system has been put in place to give community the power of keeping a safe and fun environment of its own. In this case, the current silence is the result of several dozens of chat reports, and we can find a few lines here. Stop riding my dick. That is my testicle. Suck on it. Needless to say, you know the person who wrote this was cracking up if indeed it was a person. All right. Needless to say, this chat is not tolerated in our games. Therefore, the suspension will not be removed. Something is not right according to the community, so I suggest to review the behavior in order to avoid further silences and suspensions. That's what I got. I think it's freaking hilarious. And do I care? No. Anyway, that's that. So there it is. Oh yeah, I did. But I went 100% Karen on them to essentially just give them more work because I'm sick of them. But I did deserve that. I did deserve it. I 100% did. But I think I had a good point, because Zerx actually brought this one up. Like, if you have a mature language filter, like, they have it on automatically. No, I didn't. I didn't say that to them. And those words were funny. Like, it wasn't directed at any one individual. In fact, a lot of people in the game were cracking up. I thought it was hilarious. But there's some people who just didn't like it. It didn't go with the spirit of the game. And so, but they turn their mature language filters off, and then they get offended when they actually see what would otherwise be blocked if they didn't choose to turn off that filter. That's where I'm coming from. I think I'd make a great lawyer, even though I am silenced now. Yeah, I thought, look, it was freaking hilarious. Oh, I know. Coquette. Oh, I know. Damn. I know I'm like in the way of this. My setup's just not good today. This isn't working. What's that from? Ilakimo. In fairness, if told that directly, I would reply, I would if you had not report that report, but that's me. Yeah, and that's like, it's not a big deal. I actually was kind of expecting it to happen. I was gonna take it off though. I wasn't gonna leave it on, but I think I kind of forgot, and it went on for a couple of days, and dozens of people reported, which is fine. It's only a week. It's just a week. It's all good. So it's all good. That's what happens. Because I mean, look, I've obviously I've lost it before in game. You know, like, what's wrong with you? It is, and this and that. You know, sometimes, like, you know, sometimes I'll say things and try to reel it back in. You know, had a rough day or whatever. Stuff happens like that. I get it. On the average, I don't do that. I just like having fun with it, and so, you know, I try to be as nice to people as I can. I really do. What I did was wrong, but I really don't care. Don't care. Shit. This is a stupid brush stroke. Threaten me with a good time. Apache mode, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I it's not even a big deal, honestly. But, you know, I will say this, like, you know, Coquette, I was silenced on the forums as well. But everything that I do is a joke. It is literally a joke, and I think anybody with half of a sense of humor would get it. It's the people who don't get it, and then Blizzard gives them the power to report people. And they... So it's a bunch of, like, snowflakes judging people. It's bullshit. So with the smaller brushes, I can oftentimes just use one. I have an easier time using one instead of always switching between them. And the reason is because they're easier to clean. I like to switch the brushes up if it's you know, harder to keep clean and they get muddy, which can happen to smaller brushes too, but if you keep them clean, it kind of helps, obviously. France. Hey, look, Chemo, is that another book? What is that? Let's see what this is. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Hey, can you post that in Discord? 50 to 100 megabytes, looking my main. I essentially need to clean some of this drawing up. Oh, Nitro version? Maybe we'll do that at some point. I need to see how expensive that is, because that's definitely a good investment. Down the road. Right now, you know, I'm not bringing in so much money yet from the streams and stuff. But I'll have to see how much it is. It might be worth it, actually. or put in on OneDrive or Dropbox and link it to Discord. That works. For basic and 10 for premium, that's not bad. Does Nitro, so what version? Nitro version. Is Nitro premium or is Nitro, are there two versions of Nitro, or is Nitro, I mean, I could look right now, obviously, but I am definitely not distracted in painting masterfully at the moment. Both versions of Nitro. So do they have like a different, what's the difference between them? Can you still, shit. Okay, I'll come up. I'm kind of losing control of the paint at the moment. That. $500 megabytes, 100, okay. Or 50 megabytes and then 100 megabyte uploads. I'm not sure if that's worth it to be paying that much a month for the occasional upload like that. I think it would be best if we figured out, like, you could do, like, I think Coquette said that the Dropbox or the OneDrive would be good. Or find the link where you downloaded that stuff and link the website, which we've done a couple times. Not worth it, make it cloud. Yeah, agreed. Agreed, yes. That darkens. I'm essentially having to clean a lot of the drawing up, correct the drawing, clean the drawing up, clean the brushwork up, which this essentially is painting. That's what I do every time I start something. Then I just proceed to continue to correct everything until everything's up to par, up to standard. Let's lighten this up. Let me make sure I have my phone on, because I need to have my phone on. There we go. Yeah, but we actually have some solid resources now, which I'm very grateful for y'all for. This stuff helps me. You know, I always talk about the benefit of streaming, right? It's not just for people watching, it's for me, because as you can tell, I'm in the studio by myself, and I can get a little bit weird, admittedly, and it's nice to get out and you know, I mean, first talk to people, but also learn about other artists and such that I wouldn't otherwise stumble across, and perhaps some people who I should already know. It's just, you know, when you do this stuff for a living and you get caught up, especially in my case in the commission work, you can become a little bit disconnected from things. So it's important to it's important to link yourself to other people, which is what we've done. And we have a, nice group of us now, which I always look forward to streaming. Even on days when I can't do it, I want to be doing it. Like Friday, for example, that was a rough day because I was just tired. But I really enjoyed the streaming. I would love to have gone longer, but but you go to your limit. That feels really good. But I really do enjoy, these sessions that we do. I really feel like not only does it benefit me, like I'm talking about knowing, like reading the chat, understanding the knowledge and such, but in terms of my painting, when you're painting, and I know there's only about, 5, 6, 7 of us right here, right now, but, when people are watching, you try to say, okay, I'm not going to take a shortcut. How can I, it prevents you from doing stupid things. If somebody's watching, you're less likely to take a shortcut, and that has benefited my work. And then also, what I wanted to do today? I wanted to start out tagging. This was for you, buddy. I wanted to start out actually with a charcoal figure drawing, standard size, on Roma paper, toned paper. It would be a white chalk drawing, charcoal and such. I'm gonna push this camera over some so that I'm not constantly blocking. Or rather, I have a better idea. No, I don't. It's not a good idea. Never mind. Let me move this. So anyway. Just do this right here, push this here. This will be kind of, it might be a little bit more at an angle, but my head's not going to be blocking it, okay? Because I think I'm blocking it a lot, I think. Anyway, that's what I wanted to do. Shoot, I forgot to do this. A second. There. And I'm going to do it, but I also need to get this thing done. I need to get this work done. And I think once I get those columns completed, it's going to go much quicker. The columns, I'm really trying to take my time with. Okay. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. My dad fell yesterday, and he had to go to the hospital, and so that's why I was gone. And he should be okay, but that stuff's serious, and he's on blood thinner, so that's kind of like, if I have to go, that's why. All right. And I was somebody asking about him just now. There we go. All right. But he's in good hands, so he should be okay. Yeah, thank you, Hammy. He should be okay. He's on blood thinner, and so if he, blood thinner makes it so you don't clot, and people get on blood thinner because, hey, thank you, Annie. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. It makes it so that you don't have a stroke, because he had a stroke some years back. And so people, when they're older, get on the blood thinner, and when that happens, it makes them very susceptible to bleeds, right? So if they fall, nothing's going to clot in their head, and so there's bleeding, and then sometimes if it goes in between the like into the brain, it can press the brain into the brainstem and kill somebody. But my dad's brain, since he has dementia, his brain is smaller, which actually saved him. If it was you or I with larger brains, it would press in the brainstem. We would have been dead. It is a subdural hematoma. Is what it is, bleeding within the head. So, but it might have been a blessing in disguise that it happens if he comes out. He fell yesterday. The reason why it might be a blessing is because they found, I think he had fallen a couple weeks ago, and he hadn't been able to walk right. And we didn't know why, but I said, something happened. And something did happen, and he did fall, and they found old blood in there. And so, in other words, this buildup, so if he never fell yesterday, we wouldn't know this stuff. So if he makes it out of it, I'll be very grateful. But this is what happens, man. You get old, this is what happens. You do what you can. It's all good. Yeah, thanks, Annie. Appreciate it, buddy. You know, I'm getting to the point right here where I'm being too stiff with this, and I just need to snap my brain out of this. Fuck. Okay. Now. Same brush. This brush is the only brush that I'm finding can cut in like I need it to cut. Otherwise, it's going to take longer. And so I just kind of wipe it off on my paper towel and reload it with paint in between needing to. Right, so one of the keys in painting like this is to constantly go back to your palette and then do clean strokes, which can be very, very hard to do. You know, not go back over it again. That's when things start getting muddy and brown. So if your work's like muddy, it's constantly muddy, it's because you're just working it too much without going back to the palette. Like I can go 1, 2, but I'm not going to keep on going because that will blend the colors too much in the work, right? So at this point, I'm going I am kind of doing a little bit of an experiment for myself to see how I can push this. I do need to be stepping back a little bit more. I think even this column right here, for where I'm going with this, is solid. Like it could be way better. This is one of those things I think, like you see on solid work, that the artist, like Sargent keeps on coming to mind with this, because his work, like if you look at his, damn, my hand's cramping. Let's see, what book is this? Here, I'll show you. A good book, Sargent Abroad. Sargent Abroad is a very good book, and it has, you know, all of his plein air drawings and such, and he has some very wonderful watercolors, oil paintings, sketches of Venice, all over Italy. I think Switzerland. He's been just like all over, and you can see like his column work is amazing, and so it takes a lot of practice. And this is really, honestly, guys, I think this is the first column I've done. I think. And, you know, you can only get better from here, right? There. That probably could have been with a bigger brush. And let's go back into this side. So there, I had the choice of going back into it, but I knew I picked up some darkness and it wouldn't have worked, and so I just went back to the palette. cleaned it. So the more you paint too, the more you kind of start getting a sense of what is on your brush after you painted, right? So this is coming along. As you can tell, like I could keep on detailing this work and getting it, you know, closer and closer to what I want. Really, what's holding it back is a lot of edge work and such. A lot of edge work. You know, certain brush strokes just look a little bit scratchy. And so, just like in drawing, right, when you place a line down, you'll see me going with my eraser quite a bit and fine-tune the line. I can make it look like it was a very smooth line that was drawn, but yet it was a line that I actually took some time to design, right? And so you can do the same thing in paint, like I'm doing here. You don't want to get too stiff with it, but this is a kind of an experiment. It's a little bit detailed. Shit, it's too much. It's okay. So it's kind of this is scratchy here. Sometimes like that, I just made it worse. Flip the brush. I'll just go back into it with some darkness underneath. And I'm actually going to increase the red in it to get some color into the shadows, because I think that's what's killing it, is the fact that I'm making this like black, which I know not to do, and for some reason I'm just being an idiot right now. Slow. That's a little better. Yeah, you don't want to make things like black, black, black. This like I kind of just did. Let's do this to here. So you can see I'm, really taking my time with this type of stuff, and a lot of painters do, and you do speed up over time. And like I said, this is the first time I've done a column like this. So I am making mental notes of the things that I am doing wrong. I can see some things, some things I'll see later that I did wrong. Maybe you guys can see some stuff now that I've done wrong, right? Figure out some technique or something that I can better apply it with. But oftentimes too, it just has to do with practice and steadying your hand. So I've made the reference to playing the guitar before. It's like a lot of those chords are unnatural hand movements. It's not natural, and you kind of have to get used to it. Your hand and your brain have to form into it. That's practice. Sometimes this just takes practice. It's like you can see what to do. What's frustrating about painting, especially after you learn to draw, is that when you learn to draw, you actually see what needs to change. But then when you transition to painting, if you aren't used to painting, which I wasn't, you see what's wrong, but you are not able to fix it because your hand hasn't formed. Your eye sees it. That was very frustrating for me. So, tagging Alexis, I literally, because it's hard. Like the first, it takes a lot of effort and energy out of you that you don't expect to have taken out of you, right? And I worked so hard at the school that I literally, the first year after I was done, I was having trouble thinking. I was having trouble just, hey, Claire, what's up? I was having trouble in general, just almost functioning. Like I was saying stupid things. I was doing stupid things. I could not control I couldn't figure things out. And I thought that I had brain damage. I thought I thought that I was retarded. I literally thought and it was all summer long. Like I would say it was after my first year of study, I worked so hard on this and tried to get the technique and stuff. I had worked so freaking hard, and that my mind was just so tired. I didn't know it was that tired, but that's apparently what happened. I thought that I had brain damage. It didn't make sense to me. But I was just tired. I was very tired. I wasn't retarded. I thought I was. But fortunately, that was not the case. Thought maybe I hit my head or something. I don't know. It's really weird stuff. Very strange. Very strange. So that's there. Okay, then we have this stuff. There's this column here. So then there's going to be a piece coming across. Okay. What's a daycare? Really? How did you send them, man? Yeah, thank you, tagging. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, so daycare essentially is like a place where you drop your children off here in America, where like if you have a job, you drop your children off for like, for the day, and they watch over them. Essentially, that's what it is. And you have adult daycare too, which is like, elderly, if you can't get watched, if your family can't watch you, they pay some money and drop them off for a couple hours and pick them up, 3, 4, 5 o'clock whenever you're gonna get ready. And I think Hammy works, I think it's more like young children, right? And so that's where she works. It's a nice thing if you can find a solid place. It's very nice. Okay. This goes over here. This goes here. Right, Hammy, did I describe that to your liking? Ask Hammy that. Oh, and by the way, about trusting him, the reason why my dad's in the hospital is because the people that we entrusted him with are incompetent. That's a long story. That's one that I won't get into because I'll just go off, and I don't want to depress people. I try to keep it an art stream, and I don't want to start using it as a therapy session for me. That pisses me off, though. That really does. There. That goes down. Yeah. And it's all very public, too, so there's like, it's not like, you always have to be careful. You never want to trust anybody fully, but that's actually, I like where your mind's going, Tagian. America could use more Tagian. Or Jin Qian. So what I'm doing, I'm laying down the darkness more than I think it needs to be, and then I'm going to go in and hatch the light out a little bit more. I'm just trying to get an impression in some of these places, because I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do with all this stuff. This is a little bit experimental as well, because I'm learning. And this is all drawing. This is drawing. You have to get good at drawing. You blacked out there, Annie? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You rely on cousins? That's nice. I think it's how it should be. Off painting your child? You're saying you don't know how you can make a living off your child because that's probably the only thing you can paint because you're only looking at your child, watching them, and this and that. Is that what you're saying? All right. Let's bring this out. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. And there's another piece there. Okay. So this. There's a piece there. So I'm painting into wet paint, so I just want to do one stroke, 2 strokes, and then go back to the palette. Pressing it in. Go back. Reload, and this is how you paint wet on wet. Which this is not, alla prima does not mean wet on wet, by the way. People call it wet on wet. That's bullshit. It's not wet on wet. It's at first go, alla prima, at the start is what it means. Alla prima, at the start. It's a one-shot painting. That's what it is. Wet into wet. You could always paint wet into wet paint. But people refer to it as wet on wet. So if you hear it, that's what people refer to. Banning TikTok. So why are they banning TikTok? I'm curious about that. Why do you think that's happening? Guys, this is a tricky one. This is tricky. This is almost beyond me here. Not used to this. It's not beyond me, but it's a challenge, and I like a challenge. Challenges are good. Challenges is how you freaking improve. Focus. And then it kind of dips. That's where it dips. That's it. Bring the light up just a little bit here. There. This is actually there like that. That is correct. And then there's another piece here. I'm also trying to say, okay, this piece is over, like where is it to this, so that it all makes sense. And I know y'all can't see the reference photo, but I am pretty close. In my home, there is no democracy. It's a dictatorship. Is it really? That conversation, I don't know what the fuck you were talking about. Wait, TF. What is TF? My country is TF. Yeah, what are you talking about, tagging? FRR? Are you guys starting up again? I hope you do. I'm just more interested in placing these points of interest right now and then I'll start going in with a little bit more solid detail of them. That's how this works. And there's this piece, but this is going to be a little bit redder. Get that out. Okay. The base drawing is there. Now I need to start. Oh, and then there's the flowers underneath, which I still need to get. This is tricky. This is a tricky one. You know, this is one of those things you see, it's like, it doesn't look like you put much work into it, but it's a lot of drawing. And I love it. I really do. I like this type of a challenge. Okay, here. If that's there. This is here. That would be here. It would be here. These pieces. Wait, I lost it. Here. If that's there, this is here. Then this would be here. Okay, there would be a piece here. Bring some light out. All right, come on. I'm using the same brush. I'm just using the same brush. Actually, this was here. This goes down just a little bit, I think. That's right. There's this. There's another one here. Wait, shit. If this is... Wait, this is here. Oh, I messed up. Damn it. 1 second. This piece should be here. Like that. That should drop. This one's going to be here. That's where that's going to be, so the other one should be here too. There we go. Simply go back into this top piece. Squint. This drops. So obvious. Damn. What's that? This piece comes down here. This piece comes down. What are you guys saying? Oh, the conversation has really devolved. Ooh, good. What'd I miss? TF is short for the fuck. Like, for real. FRR, for real. For real? Really? Illegally have access to everything on your phone. The top of those columns you were working on looks gorgeous. Hey, thank you, Claire. I appreciate that. Governments can have my info, what they're going to do, know my home address and history. Well, I already know that. Checkmate. What they going to do, no. I use Nokia so they won't spy on me. I think they can spy on pretty much anybody with whatever it is. I'm sure they have the tech for it. It's unfortunate. Oh my gosh. Oh. Ah, man. You know, it's like if you're in a position too long, you kind of, it's almost like your body is comfortable in that position if you're in it all the time, and mine's like this. That's how it is. Take this off. There we go. Heating up. It's heating up. That was Xerxes' Ring of Fire. Things are heating up. See, his were good. Give me a second. And we're back. We're back. Sorry, my friends was having a little bit of a rough time. A little bit of a rough time. Let me get this chat back. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. No, it was a woman. She didn't know how to. She could have changed it. She didn't know how to change the tire. And this is in another state. But she has somebody coming who knows how to. So, Spy on New Year's search history. They would see how to get my crush's attention. How can I get her back? How to commit suicide? The university. It's making a demonic plane think he is. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Making a demonic plan. No. She's out in the middle of freaking nowhere, Virginia. That is a problem. Tagging, that was funny. In the air, I hope you can laugh at that. That was good. That was a funny one. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is one of those things. It's like this is detailed work that takes a little bit of time. Damn. But it's worth taking the time to do it. It really is. Let's clean. Well, we're cleaning this up. Sometimes we start with kind of marking where things are, right? We don't need to paint it in solid at first. We want to kind of get the bare basic, outline, the marking and stuff, and just proceed from there. It's just like in drawing, right? In drawing, we slowly build everything up in drawing too, and that's kind of what we're doing here. Except that was the wrong value. There we go. So I think the stream has been smoother than it normally is, and I think it's because of using a different program to stream. I think that's a good thing. Hopefully it'll stay this way, right? I was really frustrating, my camera kept on going out, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Sending you songs, Lewis. What songs are you sending? After 12 hours? Go on. Or send them now. What songs? What are you talking about? You can send them now if you want. Are you talking about Discord? What are you up to? You're up to something. Because these instruments have zero instrument. Oh, this, you're talking about this. Yeah, well, look, it has to be royalty free. I can't get copyrighted striked on it. What do you think with this academic classical realism movement that is happening is going to be documented in books and? What do you think with this that is happening is going to be documented in books and documentaries? Already kind of has, right? Stuff is, Were you talking about like the stuff that's going on today, tagging? I think so, eventually, right? If it's significant enough, which I think a lot of it is. It's a big thing that painting is coming back, and right. A lot has happened in the last 15, 20 years. A lot has happened. Okay, I'm not doing this the right way. And then there's another one here. Oh balls, I was trying the wrong one, damn it. But this is actually still accurate. And then there's this piece that comes down. Whatever. Yeah. That's my problem. And I could actually play Epidemic Sound, but I just don't like a lot of the songs on it. If you want, I can switch to it. But let's go over just a little bit. It's gonna lighten up some. Or will this be forgotten like dust? I don't think it's going to be forgotten. It depends, you know. I don't think so, man. I think there's a lot of really interesting things going on. This needs to drop a little bit. I'm going to drop this some. So I'm slowly correcting the drawing. Slowly correcting the drawing, slowly correcting it. That's what we do. Tag in if all this bullshit's been recorded in the early 1900s and all the way through, don't you think that this work, which I think is significantly better than most of the 20th century work, is going to be remembered? Aside from yourself with a massive juicy brain, who is your favorite living portrait artist? I love Jordan Seiko's work, and I think he's awesome. He's amazing. And Cody Swanson's an amazing sculptor. I think he's a genius. Sent one link in general. Jordan's work just is beautiful. It's very beautiful work. You see this movement going while taking consideration technology and AI evolving, never looking back at history mentality, and never looking back at history mentality. I don't know, because I feel like it's so far beyond my understanding right now. I don't know where that's going to go. It's something that's growing, it's evolving. I don't know. I'd have to give that one more thought. That's an excellent question. It's a very good question. But art's not just digital, right? This is an actual painting. This right here. I was going to hit it, but the whole thing's wet. This is an actual painting. This is hand done by a person. So when I have people come in and sit for me for portraits, they get an experience out of it. Like it'll be an heirloom for their family. They can say they met the artist, and down the road, like having met the artist, spoken with the artist or whatever, helped them in fact do the painting, right? Because if you sit, you're working on the painting with the artist. It's a collaboration. So that is something that's way different, right? Painting is it's much more than only the technique and the visual effect at the end, because that can be achieved obviously by AI now, right? But AI is always a little bit empty. But it's very cool imagery, a lot of it. But I think the fact that it's AI kind of takes a lot out of it, to me, which is weird that I'm saying that. But so I don't think you'll ever be able to fill the shoes of people. That's my gut. Maybe I'm wrong. It's like, in Aliens, they actually had AI. So it's like this. It's like, if AI can do art right now, what can it do later? Like, you can have actual cyborg people. It's kind of like, all the corny science fiction things like, AI, like robots who can think or are sentient and stuff, all that stuff, it's almost like it could come true. So then, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's beyond me. Like, you could think about this stuff. Val, there we go. Oil paint has translucency, which digital images cannot reproduce. Yeah, I don't know. Because it's ever advancing. It's amazing, that stuff. It really is amazing. It's fun to see. But there's AI in, I was speaking with one of my friends recently who's a writer, and there's AI in writing. And if you tell it some stuff that you want to say, you tell it in what style you want it written, perhaps like after a certain, writer or something, they can write you up something that's actually very solid. It's still lacking, I think, a little bit of the human mentality, but the fact that they're going in that direction is just freaking amazing. This stuff, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, science, I really love science, and technology like this, where the direction it seems to be going, it's just very creative. It really is. Like metaverse art, yeah, I don't like that. I don't think it's ever good to chase a fad, and I think that might be a fad. Like metaverse bullshit, I think is bullshit, and to point somebody in a career that's going to be a life-defining career move, I think is a disservice to them, and I think it's like for a teacher, it's what am I Like, I'm having trouble thinking today, sorry. It's irresponsible as a teacher. Teachers have responsibilities over their students, and a teacher should have the respect of their student. At least start with it, right? Students should respect their teachers. But the teacher also can't abuse that respect and the trust. And I think it's irresponsible of the teachers to do that. Maybe I'm missing something though. I don't know. But metaverse stuff I'm not too fond of. Right, Clara? I know. Yes, I had a description for D&D adventure, including a Celtic song prophecy, the salvation of a child cursed by an evil wizard. Hey, what program, Papa Vate, what was that? What program were you using? Like, I was talking about like the AI programs for writing. I think that's what you're talking about. I also asked it to write ChatGPT. Is that something you have to pay for, or is that like a program you buy? Like, see, I don't understand that, because like even the AI for like painting, there's like Journey, but I'm kind of confused. Like, I know they have a Discord server for it, but I'm kind of confused as to how all that stuff works still. Never used ChatGPT. The sister encouraged me to use it, so I set a challenge for the AI. Which one of us writes an essay about medieval Albanian art? And I fucking want. Win for human tagging, human stacking. Bad. Bad. It was rough on Sunday. I had to pull a rage quit on us. It wasn't a rage quit. It was more of I was like, why am I playing right now? This is the long brush, but that actually was working. What color am I on right now? This is what I'm doing. Okay. And on that night, and healed a few on my priest, and we won. Good. I'm glad. It was probably the time of day we're playing. I think we just had a bad. We definitely had a bad luck. Val and I were playing Warcraft, and we were with bad teams, and it was frustrating. That's it in a nutshell. But it just wouldn't stop, and I finally said, "Screw this." I was like, "Val, I'm getting off." So, it's all good. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, it's totally his fault. I think it was a combination of that and the fact that we were just. I think it was just sometimes you just have those games. I wouldn't let that discourage us. I think both of us were pretty. I think you're really good. I don't think it was a skill issue on our part. Is what I'm saying. Just like, I mean, what could we have done? We couldn't have done any. Like, there was nothing we could do. You can't. There's a level of stupid that's just beyond. You know. It's invincible. You can't do anything against it. This piece comes out. Is there anything else? Clean this up. Then what I'm gonna do. Still. Since language evokes emotions, expands understanding, reflects culture. That's what ChatGPT had to say about art. Equal as humans. Humans made shit art and sold it for millions. ChatGPT cannot make it. Yeah. Good reasoning. Good freaking reasoning. Come on. This. Val, were you off yesterday, by the way? You said it might rain. No, I wasn't. I ended up having today off. Ooh, good. There's a cool poem about AI and such called All Watched Over by My Machines of Loving Grace. Interesting. Look at that. And that's it. Pop of 8. I didn't know till this morning. Oh, so it was a pleasant surprise there, huh? Problem with ChatGPT is he cannot cheat to win the game like humans. That's what makes us human. Yet. I hate these columns. I hate them. Did you know Plato was against writing or the alphabet? He said it better for humans to remember things by listening. Someone talk rhetoric. He said that the more instant access humans have over topics and theories, the less attention we have because we take shortcuts and learn only the things that are sort of like fast food. Huh, that is interesting because it kind of does happen. But it's also good to record things so that it's not twisted, but that still happens, so I don't know. Of course, he was a bit naive to say that, but it's partly true. I agree. So, I need to study more Plato and Aristotle and such. I actually have a book that one of my friends, Andrea Falce, gave me, which I need to. She was somebody I trained with. She is somebody I trained with. She is an artist. She's still alive, in fact. Unfortunately, just kidding. She's cool. search. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Okay. Now, this is all with one brush, by the way. BTW. All with one brush. This dips. Do this shit. Instant info. Well, it's like a blessing and a curse. It's like we used to not have phones. We used to not, like, I got my first phone when I was 19, and the reason why I got it was because at that point I went overseas and I needed my own phone, and since I lived in apartments, it was more feasible to have a cell phone. Growing up, up until I was 19, I didn't have a phone. You're still influenced by newspapers, and such, but like, I think too, also, like, the way TV has like trained us, like, everything's really fast. If you really, and you'll notice this if you ever try to edit something, especially, and you'll notice it without having to do that, but it's amazing how quick each scene is, and it has to get faster and faster and faster. It's bite-sized information, and it trains our brain to just, quick. And if something just stays for a second, we lose our attention. It's a lot of sources. Just technology, the media, everything just is. What's a good way to combat that is to honestly disconnect yourself and spend even just 5 minutes, 10 minutes in silence every day. Something like that. Just go outside and just sit there and just think and recalibrate your brain. That helps a lot, actually, because it slows down all the noise in here, and then you can kind of process things, because we need to think about what we read. We don't, we just react, it seems. We generally, because a lot of people do think. Yeah, exactly, Tegan. They struggle reading books. They are used to getting info instant. And with the phone, you can do that. It's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because it is so much knowledge, if used correctly, can have a great benefit on you. And a lot of people do benefit in positive ways because of it. But you can also use it as something bad. It's a responsibility. Getting deep here. That's what we do. We get deep. Deep! Taking shortcuts is not because information is readily available. It's because we just want the info we want to hear at that time. Yeah, but it's also because it's there and because it's so fast. You're actually training yourself to continue to get that information, to get the responses, that you want. Like, your brain saying, yes, this is a good thing. The dopamine effect, right? So you're getting addicted to that quick flow. So in that sense, it's like magnifying that which is already in us, which is wanting to get information quick and just bite-sized information, this and that. So just got an alert saying we are under another dust storm warning. Ooh, I hope everything's okay. Hopefully everybody like is in shock over yesterday to the point where maybe it'll prevent another horrible accident. I really hope so. Like one of my favorite things to do is to go outside there's a nice gazebo and a fire pit, and it's overlooking a beautiful field. It's peaceful, and we have some wind chimes up. And I don't know why I'm doing this a lot today. I'm just doing this. And I smoke a cigar, okay, and read a book. And it is the most peaceful and relaxing thing ever. It is awesome. Well, it doesn't work with painting. Oh, tagging in an ear. Sorry. Okay. This stuff, man. I'll flip my brush, and y'all know why I do that, because I get 2 strokes out of it that way, right? Especially going into something that's already wet. So if I flip my brush, I can, like at this point right here, I can flip it, and then I have some solid paint on it that I can use, which I might actually go into it with this one right here. No. Go back into the palette. Let's bring that back up. There. I don't think Anir said that either, though. Because he did. You guys. That will work right here, man. It's ultra detailed. Maybe it would be worth showing y'all what I'm going off of here. I might actually do that. So y'all, give me a second. Let me bring the picture up so y'all can actually see the reference. Because to you, it's just like these basic, shots and stuff. I got the picture right here, and I'll just simply. Does this work on this? Shit. I know how to do it in. Nope. There, that's what I wanted to do. Let's do this. I'll enlarge this for you so you can actually see it. That way, I'll enlarge it more. Whoops. I'll do that shot. There we go. Okay. So this is what I'm going off of, guys. Right here. I should have put this up for you before, because I know sometimes it's like kind of in the dark what I'm doing, how I'm working and such. But this is essentially it. So there it is. It's not bad. As I go over, get right here. That. Okay. That works. Sweet. So those are the columns that I'm going off of. So now you can judge me harshly for it. Just say, let me just stretch. Oh. Yeah, I really do want to get these columns in because I feel like I can throw everything else down properly, but the columns, it's like something I want to do a good job detailing. It's still kind of in line with the almost sketchiness of the rest of the work, but Val. It's a skill issue, not information. What it is has to do with the letter. I'm talking about painting now. We're trained to get instant info and results. No, we're not. We're not robots. We're not trained to do anything. Speak for yourself. How would you know if the rest of us were robots? Yeah, what if, like, there's only, like, one person in our stream who's actually real, and the rest I'm just slowly introducing because I need views or something. I don't know. The internet informs. We're like mud of clay, and we can mold ourselves in any shape with the determination and persistence. Guys, love it. I always hope that Taggy and Annie get into something. It's very entertaining to watch. Very, very entertaining. I remember, like, last week, I even said, I was like, I am fine with y'all saying this stuff, because stuff was starting to come up, like, where it said, do you want to pass this through? Like, I would allow things to be said, which I think is stupid as shit, but I mean, I'd do it. And anyway, like, yeah, it was starting to heat up, and so I said I am fine with this conversation continuing as long as, like, we're friends at the end of the day here. They were just messing, so it's all good. But you can't tell all the time, and you want to be responsible for your stream and blah blah blah, and so I had to say that. Okay, this piece. Let's work this up some. This dropped. I've dropped this. This is the wrong brush. You know what? Stop being a pussy. Immediately messed it up. Put this brush back. I don't even know why I'm holding it. Don't know why I was holding it. I'm literally doing this whole thing with one brush. Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. You guys are right. Drops, right? Soften this up some. Flip the brush. Draw this down. Squint. Soften this. Step back. Make sure the impression's there. It isn't. It kind of is. You're telling me what I miss. Giving the kids cigarettes. Ooh, this should be good. There's something like that too. Nope. We are what our evolutionary genetic endowment makes us. I don't know why. Okay, our limits are what define us. Giving your kids cigarettes at age 5, what he gonna do? He gonna smoke it. It's not his mistake. You gave him that. You were telling me that you are not gonna let your kids watch TV or on phone. Good luck with that. I haven't watched TV for 9 years now. It's not new. Try to cut the cable for once. We limit our kids' screen time significantly. I have never regretted it. They actually read books. Try to slap the shit out. We have some solid parents here, actually. Try to slap the shit out. It's just like, it's pretty funny. You guys, keep going. Keep going. Some solid brushwork in here. Okay. It's starting to look a little bit better now. Yeah, the parenting support group, exactly. You just want to discipline your kids, right? Your kids, talk to them without a proposition of respect. Yeah. I also think it helps if you had good parents, because you know, like, you can take some of those techniques in. That's why oftentimes, like, I think I'm not an expert with this. I don't even have kids, but I think a lot of people have a hard time with their children, maybe because they didn't have such great parents, and maybe it makes them a good parent because they don't want to make the same mistakes. But sometimes it's hard if you don't have a template, right? I think because I have good parents, and so I can look back and see what they did, you know, if ever I'm in that situation. And obviously I'll have to be creative and it's going to be different, but I think that probably, I can imagine that would help. Kids talk to him without a proposition. Parents didn't give a shit. I've educated myself. They're nice though. Yeah, there's like everybody, not just parents, but everybody has strengths and weaknesses. Everybody does. I don't care who you are. Just how it is. Let me bring that piece. I missed a piece. 1 second. I didn't miss a piece, but I need to paint it on over something. What's this? It kind of... videos can have a conversation and paint at the same time. Well, I don't always do a great job. Like, I'm stopping right now. I have to go back and forth. Arizona Lincoln's too. You guys call your parents by their name. That's illegal here. No, it's not, is it? What I call mine, mom and dad, I saw on BS TV show. Oh, really? Bruh. I love it when people say bruh. 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 I don't know why I like. Shit. Okay. Focus. Maybe I should have done that last piece. Yeah. There's a little piece that comes out here. I might mess this up, but there's another one that's over here, but I'm not going to put that in yet. Darkness. This is tough, man. This is tough. This is very difficult. Okay, wait. I need to fix something over here. I just don't want to adult. I'm gonna go clean my bathrooms. I will be listening. Okay, all right. Oh, that sucks though. Yeah, I can. What you mean? Jeez. Fix this. It's like you get something right, then you have to get the edges. There's always something you gotta get right in this stuff. Cuts off there. Something like that. Just keep going back and forth with this. It's just not turning right. That needs lighting. Son of a bitch. And then I'm going to bring the light up in one area. This should be it. Straight up your kid owning the fuck out of you. Love how Hammy does house chores and daily life stuff and washes loose. I know, she's just freaking awesome. She doesn't need to do that. I mean, watch me at the same time as she does all this stuff. It's really awesome. mess that up. Multitasking hammy. Actually goes down just a little bit. She's like, all right, I'm going to get groceries. I'll be watching. I know, right? That's pretty good. It's tricky, man. And I knew it wasn't what I wanted, yet I still painted with it. Freaking mirror. Stream over, but I will be watching. Overgrown children. Stream over. Did my stream end? Oh, guys. Give me a second. Let me have my protein shake, which is my lunch. Sorry, I was up late. Up late. All right, here, let's do this. Let me, as I drink, let me show you, I'll reset this back up. This includes overgrown. Some failed Michael Jordan 3-pointers right there, hammy. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think I missed something. Let's sell them. I'll show you the whole painting thus far. Give me a second. Here, up. The whole ish painting, right? You all know how this is because it depends on how far back I can pull this, which this should be it right here. I mean, screw it. I'm not going back any further. Main camera off just for a split second. This is like most of the painting. Most of the painting. This isn't all of it. Almost. There we go. Set. There's this. There's this. This right here is most of the painting that we have so far. It's looking okay, and the columns are, this area is looking definitely better, so I have a lot of work to do with it. I'm going to paint. I just need to get a little something to drink really quick. Just over here. Just let it pull it back for you guys to see the whole thing. It's important, like, because I step back and I look at my work, obviously, what I do to make sure the tiny detail work, which this is what we're doing for the columns, the floral pattern at the top. Tiny detail, make sure it syncs with the rest of the painting, right? That's what we're trying to do. So. Andy. I don't want to paint the car. Yeah, no. What do you need to repeat to me? What did I miss? I missed something, right? What did I miss? What did I miss? Huh? All right, there we go. How's that look? How's the painting look? Kidding. Fishes. That's it. Hopefully that doesn't fall. And the face came back on. And we'll make it a little bit bigger since I'm working in that other area. We'll do this with the columns. There we go. That works, right? Let me do this. Damn it. Control Z. Damn it. Let's see if this is better, actually. Alright, move this here. There. So now it's like a little bit more lined up, right? Low battery. That is not good. Hey, thanks for tagging me. I appreciate it. Okay, let me get the plug for this really quick so it doesn't go out. Plug this in. Yep. Slot. Dude, I have so many cords. At some point, this whole studio is just going to explode. Feel it. There. I don't know what you're talking about. And why do you keep on saying stream over? I'm watching. Are you saying stream like you're talking? You're done? You're done with your convo? As the other popular streamers say, they like to say unfortunately instead of fortunately. Unfortunately, rather. Oh, my legs are stiff. Give me a sec. Damn. Lewis, you have many students. Ignore you. Crack me up, man. Is making a joke on my behalf by saying it's over but still watching. Okay. Okay. All is good though. Corinne, new computer chair. New me. Here we go. All right. All right. Good. What chair? I was gonna say what chair it is, but I don't know the chairs, right? I don't know chairs. My chair. You've seen my setup. It is a ghetto setup. I meant to. Do you have many students? No, I don't. Most of the time, the stuff is too hard. At a certain point, and people quit. But I have, really, it's like I have two guys who are dedicated. Two, which is good. And Rose is pretty dedicated. She's just very, she's very busy right now. On a level which you have never witnessed before. That would be dangerous, man, if you get to that point. Val's actually a very good player. He's very good, and so is Zerx, and so they kind of carry me. And I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not. Okay, now, let's start on the other column. I'd like to get all columns done, but I don't know if I have the energy today to do that. Guys, I'm run down. I'm trying to be tough here, but I'm really worn down. I'm very worn down right now. I don't know what else to say. It's kind of funny. All right, so there's one. That one's there, then this should be here. I miss on Netflix is Star Trek. I was just getting into it. Damn. With great comfort comes great skill. I wish that was the case. I'm pretty comfortable on the couch, and I think I've pretty much debunked that one. Oh, Andy, I'll see you, buddy. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for coming. I'll see you later, all right? Get some rest. Parks and Rec, tagging, that is so funny. That show is one of my favorite shows. Especially the Indian guy in it. Zerks appears, he'll probably start quoting it. Go get some. With great ergonomic posture comes great abilities. That is exciting, getting new toys like that, you know? It is. All right, let's do something a little bit different this time. Go about this a little bit different. Okay, squint. Essentially how I should be doing this. This is, we squint, lightly block in, this, here, this is going to be coming down, that, and then this is going to be shadowed here, and then this is going to be kind of coming down to that point, which I was correct about. So there, that's the basic blocking. There. And then let's go ahead and do this one too. This is here. This drops. That's there. This is here. It's coming across like that. And then this is coming down here. Like that. Something like this. It should be coming up. It's here like this. There's a little bit coming out here like that. And then we're going to bring this out some. Somewhere around there. It's basic. Squinting down. There we go. Alright, so now I can actually carve the light out from that. Let's see. I want y'all to not be able to see this. Let me lower the camera just a little bit. I'm going to readjust, refocus it, because it's a very shallow depth of field, which means it's possible within a single shot to be blurry on the edges and very crisp in the center. Right here. That's a good shot. Tighten that so it doesn't move. Readjust. See how it's blurry into the left and how it's sharp on the right? And so if I do this, that's it. So now, which actually this is a good way to get the impression. Like, so if you see this, like if you need glasses, this is how it's going to look. Sometimes so you can get light impression. So you don't always need to squint. If you have bad eyesight, you just take your glasses off and paint. That's pretty good. So we're working on this, so I just focus it on there, which is nice. You're always ragging on Annie. It's like... He's like an old man who's an old war vet who's been through everything, like kicking around some kid. I bet you Annie's probably older than you. Actually, I think y'all are probably about the same age. You probably didn't do shit all day. Worthless kid. My dad would always be like, damn kids. He's always upset with us, rightfully so. All right. This actually drops a little bit. Do I? Do I look like shit? Do I? Seriously. Great carpet and rolling coaster. With great carpet rolling coasters comes great speed. What are you talking about, man? A lot of things are going over my head today. I will admit that. I'm man enough to admit that. I have never seen you so defeated. What, me? Do you think I'm defeated? Why do you say that? Do I look tired? Do I? I'm trying not to. It's I'm trying not to look tired. I really am. I am very tired. Yes, you should. You sound tired at times. Yeah. Well, like I said, I was at the hospital until 11:30. Grow the beard out. I don't have a beard like you, man. Mine's the Tony Stark, the Stony Tark, Patchy Stony Tark look. Remember? Stony Tark. I know. Yeah, I was at the hospital until 11:30, and I'm waiting to hear about Dad's procedure to drain the blood out of his head, like from the fall. So it is affecting me. It is. I was trying to not let that affect me, but I can paint, and I'm going to do that. Why, tag in? Dude, I'll get some rest, but guess what? Like sometimes, like I want to paint, and I'm still having, like I want to paint, and I am very tired right now. I am exhausted, and I didn't really know how tired I was until probably about an hour and a half ago. What was that? Look, I can deal with what's happening there. If he dies, I think I'm ready for that. But it wears on you. But I also love doing this, and I want to push myself because I'll have a benefit from it. Plus, what else am I going to do? And yeah, maybe I do want to distract myself a little bit from it. I guess maybe. But what am I going to do? Go home like it's 4:10. It's 4:10. What am I going to do? Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right, Hammy. Don't say what. Season 2 starts a week from now, baby. I love how we're having this conversation and Val's just in his own world. I know. Hey, wait a second. Yeah, it does start a week from today. You're right, because it always starts. Wait, 2 weeks? Starts season a week from today. Yeah, because it always starts like a week after the patch, I think. Right? He's got that Luigi genes. Tagging. Well, I always say you can't be a pussy in paint. And I will take it easy. I won't push myself as hard as I normally do. But I still think I have something in me right now. And I am going to try my best to, stick with it a little bit longer, at least push myself, because I don't want to develop bad habits. Start marking some certain points here. That's too light. I'll just keep painting into it to dull it down. Really like this brush. Sister is getting induced Thursday, which is Star Wars Day. How old is your dad? He's 77. Um, but he has pretty severe dementia right now, Tagging, and I have to take care of him. And it's training. You timed that chair with season 2, didn't you? But yeah, so it's Tagging. We had him in an old person's home, which I did not want him there because I don't trust him. I'm like you. And they didn't watch him. I brought him in yesterday. I told them, I said, you guys watch him. He's falling. They said, oh, yeah, sure, we'll watch him. They didn't watch him. Within about 3 hours, I got a call. He fell. He hit his head. And the head nurse said, oh, you don't need to take him to the hospital. My mom was talking to him. She says, no, we're taking him to the hospital. And they found bleeding up in here. And he's on blood thinner. So that's not good. So that's it. Send me a picture, man. Yeah. Let me see this. Dude, that's a nice looking chair. Is it comfortable though? Like, that's the main thing. It needs to be comfortable. Oh, so like, this has been a point of contention within my family for a long time, all this stuff. And look, this stuff is very stressful for a lot of families, for anybody who's going through it, right? And so things happen that you know, it's just, you don't plan on it in your life. But my point being, you know, everybody's trying to do the right thing. I disagreed with putting him in there, but I would go and see him all the time. In fact, I'd go and clean his room a couple nights out of the week, which is why I'm very worn down oftentimes, because I'm up literally cleaning, deep cleaning his entire room. Floors, bathrooms, rails, everything. It's horrible. So that's worn on me. I don't need to do that anymore. Why? Because we're getting him out. And we had decided to do this week. But he had been falling, and we took a chance and put him in there, and we were just going to do it for the day, and they screwed up. And I won't get into the details past that, but they screwed up. And but it is what it is. Now we have to deal with this. I hope he's okay, because he's still healthy. He's still strong. It's just his mind's not there. And, you know, he fell and hurt himself. Oh, yeah, Val? Dude, it might not, though. Sometimes those chairs aren't that great. I hope it is. I hope it is good, obviously, for you, man. This piece comes up here like that, and then there's another one that comes here. This one. Sorry, I'm kind of marking. Obviously, I'm marking these little points here to... It's getting smaller too, so the drawing's a little bit different. I'm very angry with them. In fact, I'm very kind with the nurses there, but one of them I came down on yesterday when I was walking them out. I won't say what I said. I didn't curse her out, and I said, look, y'all are understaffed, this and that, but I said this. I said watch after him, and now look, I'm taking him to the ER. I was upset. I am upset. They essentially, those places, and this place in particular, and I don't mind saying the name, is Arbor Acres, Winston-Salem. Never put your loved ones in that place, ever. Ever. They neglect, and I go after hours. I don't just go during the visiting times, when they're playing, Brady Bunch and stuff, and having fun and putting on the show. I go after hours, and they don't have the help. And it's disgusting over there. I'm going to stop myself because I'll go off on that. That is why I've been so tired the last couple of months. Put in 2 weeks before Christmas. It's stupid. But it is what it is. So that's where we're at. But anyway, I don't want to Sorry, I don't want to burden anybody with this stuff. It's frustrating stuff, and this is an art stream. Like, I really don't want to get too crazy. And because I can get crazy, especially when I'm tired. You did, Val? Okay, good. Months of reading reviews and watching YouTube reviews as well. Tagging, my sister's pissed and she wants to go to like the news station. Is what she wants. I actually have, I have a like on my phone I've documented everything because I go in there like several nights out of the week. You can ask Val. I'm always like, I've mentioned some of this stuff to him, but like yeah, the thing is, I haven't been getting rest at night. I don't get to relax at night. I average about 6 hours at least over there every week. And that's like rest time, time when you wind down. I don't do that. That's been my problem. That's backed me up a lot. Could I be doing better? Yeah, I could. I could be handling this better. Your grandpa, my mom's side died because of shitty doctor. Oh man, I'm sorry. That sucks. Hey, thank you, Hammy. Thank you. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. What color did I mix? This. I must have been going for. I'm working here. Make sure I don't mix these columns up. Wait a second. All right, I'm getting confused. I'm losing track of where I'm at. What's this? Oh shit. Wait, this drops. What's that? Oh, I see what I did. Okay, wait. Drawing is off. All right, Tagging, you take care, buddy. I'll see you. Guys, I think I'm gonna call it too. I'm pretty tired. I think I'm gonna call the stream. It's like I'm getting progressively worse. I'm fine though. Tagging's right. I probably need a rest. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. I think he should be okay. It's just, he's in good hands, and this stuff they do all the time, it's just, it's one of those, it's a risky situation. So, but I really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll be streaming this week. I'm going to be getting this stuff done, and it's be improving even those columns. I don't like how I painted them. I like the first one okay, but it could be better. But yeah, guys are awesome, and I will see you later. Yeah, thank you for watching. Y'all take care.